Hey there, Wildcats. This is Mrs. Kessler, and I'm here today to talk to you about registering for your junior year of high school at SCHS. So this video is for students that are in the class of 2023. Typically, I would come into your English classrooms, but this year we are going to go paperless and also digital. So I strongly encourage you to watch this video. It'll be right under 15 minutes long, and then there's an additional video that will show you how to request your classes on Skyward for next year. The first thing I want you to do is just get out a scratch sheet of paper, and if you could just number down the side, left-hand side 1 through 8, and then divide that sheet in half. It'll look similar to the one that's right here in front of you. And I want you to make notes of classes that we talk about. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of depth about each class because that is what we have the course description book for. You will find more than enough information to help you understand what that class is about, if there's dual credit, if there's a prerequisite. So really look at that course description book. It's going to be attached in the email that you receive. It's on our school website. So spend some time over the next week or so thinking about the classes that you want to take your junior year. This is your greatest advantage, if you will, request the courses that are first and foremost to you, that you want. It is much more ideal that you'll be able to get into those courses if you put some time and thought into it right now about what your schedule looks like. So that's why I say go ahead and get a scratch sheet of paper, kind of lay it out. And as we go along, remember, there are required courses that you have to take in your junior year, and there are courses then that are electives. So those are classes that you want to take. After we fill your full day, we will also ask that you input alternate courses. So this would be Plan B. If 2 classes are offered in the same class period, or they're too full and you can't get into it, these would be the classes that you would register for secondary. So think about some alternates that you would take along the way as well. Quick reminder, just the differences in these 2 screens here. At SCHS, you are required to have 23 credits to graduate, and they have to be in specific core courses. Those are listed there for you on the left. And on the right-hand side is college-bound recommendations. So students that are thinking about going to college after high school, those are the minimum requirements for acceptance. The biggest difference that I will note to you there is in science. You only are required to take 2 years of science to graduate from Salem High School. But if you are planning to be college bound, they strongly encourage you to have 3 years of lab science. So that could end up filling in another year, another blank for you on your page there. As if you're a college bound student, I would strongly encourage you in your junior year to go ahead and take that 3rd year of science. So how do you sign up? You are going to request your classroom or your classes through Skyward. You will log in and search names as we go along. You're going to see some key codes. You can actually search for the name of the class or the code, and then there will be a video that will show you specifically how to do that. But please note that you have to request those classes in Skyward, and you're not registered until you do that piece. This is just preliminary laying out of classes right now. Everything will be done online. Okay, to start off, all of you are required to take a year of English class next year. So on the top in this graphic, if you're in English 21, then that means you will sign up for English 31. English is a year-long A-B course. That means it's in the fall and the spring. So make sure you would type in ENG 31A and ENG 31B. And again, if you are in 23, you would take 33. Honors English 2 goes to Honors English 3. But there are some electives also in the English department. Broadcasting there are 2 broadcasting classes that are both a semester long. The only difference between A and B is dependent on which semester that you take it in. If you want to take a year of broadcasting, which is our WILD news team, you would sign up for Broadcasting 1A and then Broadcasting 2B. But of course, if you only had a semester available and it was in the spring, then you would take Broadcasting 1B. Creative writing is a semester-long course. It is exactly what it sounds like. It's a writing course. Debate is a class that teaches students how to argue current controversial issues. They will host a mock trial in that class as well. So if you're interested in law or the legal system, that could be a class that you would find interesting. Speech class is a class that introduces students to the process of spoken communication. And then yearbook is a year-long. This is the group that puts our yearbook publication together, but there is an application. So it is attached to this email, and you'll find the application on the school website. You do have to apply. If you are interested in being on the yearbook staff, sign up for it, and then if you end up not being selected for the yearbook staff, we can fill in those alternate classes for you, but it is a year-long course. Into the math department, all of you will take a year, at least 1 year of math next year. The biggest thing that I can tell you to do is talk to your current math teachers if you haven't already done so. I think over the last week or so, they've probably been talking to you about what class that you're currently in and what class to register for next year. There is one course here, this AP Computer Science Principles, that is not a required class. It is an elective course that the math department teaches where they will be using JavaScript and coding. So if those are things that are interesting to you, you might want to check out AP Computer Science Principles. But again, have that conversation with your current math teacher, and those are year-long AB courses. All juniors are required to take U.S. History for a full year, so you would take U.S. History A and B. That is a required class for graduation, and both semesters you have to pass both of them in order to graduate. PE is also a required class. We do offer 2 different types of PE classes. We have PE weight training, which will lift in the weight room, free weights, kind of through a circuit training 3 days a week, and do some speed and agility training the other 2 days. And then co-ed PE is going to be a physical education class that focuses on individual and team sports. So you will have to sign up for a year. The 1 is fall, 2 is spring. But we also do, some students qualify for an exemption from PE. This is a form that must be on file if you are going to take an exemption for PE, and some of the reasons for that students meet would be they are a member of the marching band. So you can be exempt from first semester if you're in the marching band. A medical reason you would have to have a file or a note on file from your doctor stating specifically why you could not be in physical education, and we would just attach that to this form. That can be for 1 semester or both semesters all year. And then sports. Student athletes who are competing in a sport during the first semester can be exempt. Same thing, you're exempt in the semester at which your sport competes. So if you're a winter sport athlete, then you do qualify to be exempt from both semesters. If you're a spring only, that would exempt you from second semester. But you can download this form that's attached to the email, or again, if you need to stop into Student Services, we have copies of them available. You would need to fill it out and have the signatures and return it to us. You can also email it back to us if you fill it out digitally, but this form has to be on file if you are going to take an exemption from PE. The science department, like I said, 2 years of science is required to graduate. The college-bound students, you are looking to take 3. They're year-long AB classes, so again, a conversation with your current science teacher may be your best bet here, or come in, talk to one of your counselors, and they can help you with what would be the best fit for you in science. On to the elective classes. So these are the classes that you're just interested in. You're not necessarily required to take. In the agricultural department, there are 5 different classes listed here. They're year-long AB. If you are a member of FFA, you do have to have at least one FFA course in your schedule to have an active membership. Talk to Mr. Pikowski. He does a great job of helping you figure out which class to take next. So if you are involved with ag, I would talk to Mr. P and also take a look in the course description book, because ag classes certain classes are only offered every other year. Career and Tech Ed, these are year-long AB classes unless otherwise noted. I have that in parentheses out there to the side. We have computer-aided drafting. If you're looking to go into the engineering field, I would strongly encourage you to take at least one or both of those CAD classes. Construction is a 2-class period block. So for the full year, it would take up, for instance, 6th and 7th hour. So if you're looking to go to work with building and construction, that would take up 2 hours of your day. And again, you can look at some of those. Manufacturing is our welding class, and transportation 1 would be working on autos. But you will find a more detailed description in the course description book. Family and Consumer Science has a lot of different offerings. Most of them are semester-long classes, and they're within sequence. So if you can only take Clothing and Textiles 2 if you have already previously had 1. The biggest difference in the Foods department is Foods 1 and 2 are just semester courses, or Foods 3 is a full year-long class. Same thing with Foods 4. And if you are looking at taking parenting class, you do have to have child development in your schedule for first semester, or have previously had it in another year before parenting class, because that is the class that handles the Wee Wildcat preschool that comes on Fridays. In the Fine Arts department, we have a host of classes similar to Family and Consumer Science. You obviously have to take 1 before you take 2 and 3 and 4 and so forth. But this also is the department where if you're in the marching band, you would need to sign up for band for the year. The concert choir is in this program. Again, that's a year-long class, and a lot of different opportunities for students that are interested in the arts here. Health occupations. If you are planning to apply for the CNA program your senior year, you must take this class. It's a semester-long Intro to Health Occupations class. All juniors need to take it if you have that intention of applying for CNA your senior year and going into a nursing field. Foreign language, Spanish we offer as a year-long class, so you would sign up for the A and B portion, and again, they're sequential. Social studies, they do offer a couple other electives that you can take in addition to U.S. history. Historical analysis through media is a year-long course, and world affairs is a current event course. That one is only a semester long. And then study hall. If you feel like you need that extra time during your day to work on homework, we do have fast class that's available. That's a little bit more of a smaller classroom size. If you're in the fast class program now, you could sign up for that. But if you're looking at just a study hall, 1 is in the fall, 2 is in the spring. Right, just as a reminder, there are multiple dual credit classes that are offered here at the high school. This is a list of our current courses, so you can earn free college credit while in high school. That again is in the course description book, but just a list of things that could help you if you are that college-bound student. These would be classes that you could get out of the way, that you wouldn't have to pay for, and that you could receive credit for while you're in high school. And just a quick reminder, we are divided by the last name of alphabet. See any of the counselors here, or email your counselor if you have a specific question regarding scheduling for next year. And after you talk to those teachers, talk to your parents, and feel free during your study halls as well. Our offices are open. You can come up and talk to us anytime. But I hope that you found this video helpful, and you take some time and look through that course description book and lay out the classes that you want for next year.